Recommended is 10 to 12. That gives you a really good Langle strafe look. So it's 5 to 15 technically, but what's recommended is 10 to 12 degree wire. That's going to maximize your altitude that's left once you cease fire, so you don't hit the ground. 75 feet AGL is a minimum safe recovery altitude. That's what you're shooting for. Recommended is 200. Again, you want to set your base for the low altitude strafe at 3,000. You still want your 2.5 nautical mile offset. Use the towel rack as a gauge again at 3,000 feet. Use that towel rack as a gauge. It'll get you somewhere in the vicinity, or you can always just check and see if you're 2.5 nautical miles away from your target if it's set as a steer point. Same for the roll-in. As the target passes the back of the towel rack, you want to just over-rotate. You won't have to do it quite as much, maybe 100 degrees, basically. Just rotate your lift vector to get on the target, and then start pulling with the 3 to 4G pull. Get it into the HUD. Initially using your bore cross to get it on target, and then setting your pepper on the target and open fire. Same thing. Cease fire at 3,000 feet. And pull out, and you should be okay. You should be able to pull out. You should be able to stop firing at 3,000 feet and still pull out above 200. And same thing again, no matter what, cease fire and recover immediately if you see that break X.
Okay,
any questions?
3,000?
3,000 foot slant range, bro. You can start from 3,000 foot AGL, and your slant range is going to be, if you start at 3,000 feet AGL, your slant range to the target is actually more than 3,000 feet. You're probably looking at more like 5,000 to 5,500 or more. You can tell what your range is as far as slant range from your gun pepper. Hey, oh man, I should have started off with that because some people may not know that. Do you guys know how to gauge the range with your gun pepper? Your air-to-ground gun pepper?
Face of the clock.
I think I do.
Here you go, Bear Force.
And the bottom of the gauge is 3,000 feet, correct?
Negative.
What's on the bottom of the clock?
Bottom of the gauge should be 6,000 feet. Now, in the real aircraft, you got different settings. You can set it so that you it actually goes into a dual mode. And you've got like a 12,000 foot pepper, and then there's another one that's even more, and there's one that's less. But how it's modeled in Falcon right now, 6,000 feet should be at the bottom. But there's an in-range queue as well, and you won't show in range at 12,000 feet, I promise you. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. So what you're going to do is just like Bear Force was saying, it's like the face of a clock. You got 3, 6, 9, 12. You'll see it start to unwind. So after you roll out and you pull that target into the HUD, doing it like we're doing it here, from a high angle strafe, you'll probably be out of range and the clock won't start unwinding yet. Once you start getting in range, it'll start to unwind. You can tell you're at 3,000 feet because it's going to be at the 3 o'clock position it will have unwound it at. Cease fire and get out. Pull off.
Okay.
You guys understand how to read range with the pepper? Do you guys understand what we're talking about?
Yep. Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. Just as a point of interest, when you're air-to-air gunning, it's got the same kind of range indicator in general, as far as the clock thing that we're talking about. All right, well, let's get up there. Let me stop yapping, and we'll get up here and we'll go do some strafing.
Wahoo! Your IP still the same thing?
No, it's
Not
changed.
as the last time you would have flown with me, no.
Okay.
I've got it if you need
Yeah, I do.
it. 71.222.239.144. 0.